bye week and what's your plan?
There's no California. Going back home. Got some daddy-daughter time. What else? I got a Christmas event going down there for my nonprofit on Saturday. Other than that, I'm just relaxing.
Do you do any football stuff during the bye, or are you completely shut down from that for a week?
Just like working out and cute, like count. I mean, yeah, I'll have to do something. Wouldn't just say I'll take a whole week off, but definitely not really thinking about the game, not thinking about the season, just kind of decompressing, just separating from that and spending time with my daughter, spending time with my family, just staying in that moment. And then when I be back, I'm back to business.
What can a reset do for players, especially in the midst of a losing streak, this time away from the facilities and just to clear your head, like you said, spend time with your family? What can that do for a player?
I mean, the way I look at it is I can't lose on a bye week. So, I mean, I get to go 1-0 this week. So, I mean, I'm happy about that, happy about winning something, being able to just, like I said, go back home, being off, relaxing, just gaining the edge mentally. Just going, for me, like my family's not out here, so going back and being able to see my daughter and things like that. So I feel like that's a win for me.
You were the only regular starter on the field yesterday in the secondary.
You said what?
You were the only regular starter in the game
Uh-huh.
on the secondary, but it seemed like the young guys did pretty well most of the game. What was your opinion of that? How would you kind of assess the way they played?
Played damn good, you ask me. And I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like when you believe in somebody, when you have confidence in somebody, I feel like it goes a long way. And I feel like even for them to believe in themselves, I feel like stood to who they are and who they can be in this league. And I feel like it was just something that we just believed. Everybody wanted the opportunity. Everybody was looking forward to it. They prepared well. They watched film. We watched film together as a unit. We talked about certain route combinations. We talked about what they want to do. So everybody really went into that game confident. And for me, it was just really trying to just get those guys to believe, get those guys to seize the moment, to be in that moment and to make plays in it. Because I feel like you go into the game, rivalry game, you give guys, I feel like, too much respect. Like, those guys bleed the same way we bleed. Those guys have weaknesses the same way we have weaknesses. So it's just really about going out there attacking and making the most of your opportunity. And I feel like they did that from the beginning of the week till Sunday.
You've had a chance to look at the tape. How would you evaluate Josh Blackwell specifically in the slot?
I think he did really good. Of course, there's some things to learn from, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is his first live game. I mean, it's different going and having scout team reps or second team reps, but when you get out there in the game, shots are flying, you run around, you tackling, you getting tired, and now you got to still read, be in your gap. I mean, for him to battle through that in a big-time game this Sunday, I thought he did a really good job.
You mentioned before you've had some good interactions with Rodgers
Right.
over the years. Did you guys have any changes during or after yesterday?
Nah, not nothing too extensive, just a little small talk, but nothing too crazy. I didn't squirt water on him this time.
He said after the game that he considers you one of the premier corners in the league. To hear that out of his mouth, what does that mean to you?
What does it mean to me? I would just say it's confirmation of what I believe in myself. Somebody else being a believer in that, and I feel like that's not something that gets thrown around lightly from him. And I feel like it just goes back to having a certain body of work, and I feel like also, too, that respect came last year regarding Devontae. And not even just being on him, but actually being able to limit his production, being able to limit what they do, and them having to make adjustments based on my production on him. And I feel like it just really just goes back to consistency, I feel like, from what he may see out of me. But I feel like it's just what I believe in myself, and he's been able to see that watching film and playing against me over the last few years.
Yesterday, we saw Justin with another long run, and I'm curious whether his speed still impresses you, even though you see it every week. And what do you think it might be like to have to defend against that in some sort of alternate universe?
Does his speed impress me? I don't think so, like, anymore. I don't know. It's like I feel like I would say I'm spoiled with it. Kind of just seeing it, like, in practice, like, you see him running, you're like, man, like, you probably would have got tackled. Like just going against the defense, like, man, we're tackling you. But then when you go out there on Sunday, you're like, nah, they're not tackling that dude. So it's like sometimes we get in practice and, like, what we used to call sacks last year, being at the beginning of the year, we were like, oh, sack. It's like, nah, that probably wouldn't have been a sack. So, I mean, it's really, like, something that, like, I enjoy. Definitely wouldn't want to face a quarterback like him with that ability in the air and on the ground. But, I mean, he definitely does some amazing things, and it's something that we enjoy, and I feel like it's starting almost to become an expectation for him to make, like, those all-star plays.
I mean, the fact that he wasn't touched.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it takes a special person not to get touched running up the middle.
Do you think you've had a Pro Bowl season, and do you think it's difficult to get that recognition, A, when you don't have the picks, and B, when you're on a 3-10 team?
Do I think I've had a Pro Bowl season? I'm going to say no, in the fact of I feel like Pro Bowl comes from popularity, and I feel like popularity comes from making highlight plays, and I wouldn't feel that I've had enough highlight plays to be able to say, oh, like I'm a Pro Bowl caliber, or like I deserve the Pro Bowl. I think I'm a Pro Bowl caliber person or player, hell yeah. But I feel like it comes with, like you said, the picks. The picks are looked at as highlight plays. No matter if it's a tip pick, you were beat on a play, the dude falls to the ground, ball pops up, you get 2 or 3 of those. Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He got 3 picks. Like, you were beat. But it's like, for me, it's like I haven't been in those predicaments. I haven't gotten any tip picks. I haven't got all those opportunities that I feel like a lot of people get in the league. And I feel like also, too, being on, in a sense, a losing team, people all like look down on everything that you do individually. It's just kind of, oh, the Bears are just, or the Bears are this, the Bears are that. So it's like it's hard to gain popularity votes when there's so much negativity surrounding from the outside in.
Is there a measurement for your success? I mean, is there a way to quantify what you've done? Because you don't get thrown at a lot, and it's hard to get a lot of stats. But is there a way? Is there anything you use? I don't even know if you look at numbers, but is there anything you look at that quantifies and tells you what kind of year you've had?
I'm going to say the quote from Aaron Rodgers. I would say that's how I take pride in stuff like that. I take pride in, like, I play the game with a lot of pride and respect, and I feel like getting the interceptions isn't the only way to impact the game, isn't the only way to get respect, it isn't the only way to, I would say, be, like, as he said, a premier player at the end of the day. And I feel like your peers validate you, not the media, not with the outside people looking in. I feel like at the end of the day, everybody goes into the game, and I feel like they respect me coming into that game, and they respect me leaving that game as well, based on what I put on film, based on my abilities. But I feel like at the end of the day, to me, it's not about the popularity. It's about what my peers believe of me on my team and the receivers and quarterbacks and people on the offensive side that I play against.
I apologize for making you fast forward through your decompression time in Fresno, but
I know you good.
come back. The Eagles and the Bills are on the schedule. You got a couple of MVP candidate quarterbacks and obviously some receivers that are big time.
Right.
What is your level of eagerness to take those tests when you come back?
I mean, I can only take one at a time. So, I mean, for me, I don't even want to say circled the games, but I mean, I just look forward to those matchups. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Diggs, like all those guys, Gabe Davis. Like, I mean, those premier matchup guys, I feel like it's something that, like I've said from day one since I've gotten this building, it's something I want. So, I mean, it's really just 1 week at a time. I'm going to take this week, I'm going to win this week, and I'm going to go prepare for the next week and then try to win, not even try, I'm going to win that week, and just go from there, really.
Thanks, everyone. The accumulation of getting nicked up, do you feel that more this year than in years past at this point?
I think it depends on the season, and what plays you get hit on, where you get hit, what kind of injuries you have, nagging injuries, lingering injuries. I think it depends year to year.
The huge deep pass that set up the David Montgomery touchdown one play later. Can you take us through that play?
Yeah, so we know that, their DBs, they like squat on routes. So, yeah, it was kind of like a fake curl, like same curl stem and then just go deep. So we know the DBs like squat on like curl routes and stuff, so we just put that in as a, counter, and it worked out.
Felt like in the moment, it was kind of a momentum surge. You just get the turnover on downs, then you have that deep pass, then the touchdown. Do you feel that in the huddle, like, hey, we got something cooking here. Let's make the most of it?
Momentum's definitely a thing in the sport. So you definitely feel it as an offense when you have momentum. As a team, you feel it on the sideline, but there's also momentum swings, so you feel it both ways. You guys, through the ups and downs, you got to, as a team, stay locked in.
Do you guys feel like the passing game took a step forward yesterday?
I do. I believe so, yeah. I think we've been getting better as offense this whole season. You know, we're a fairly young team, but new offense, new scheme. But I think we're getting better.
What was it that allowed you guys to make that stride, I guess?
I just think it's just consistent, you know, work and practice. You know, coming in every week and practicing hard, and you know, doing what our coaches are coaching us to do.
Have you seen Justin grow as a passer as the years gone on?
I mean, he's getting better every week. I mean, you guys can see it. We all know he's athletic, but I don't think people, you know, give him enough credit as a thrower. He's a great passer. He makes impressive throws, you know, even on the move. So I think he deserves more credit than he's given as a passer.
Can you take us through what went wrong on the interception, the first interception where Justin was targeting you?
I mean, like I said, they squat on routes. They squat on crow routes, and he's a good player. He made a great play on the crow route that I ran, and yeah, I got to try to get that ball out sooner. Yeah.
Was that the only coaching point for you on that, was to kind of maybe make a better play on the ball? Or
Yeah, I mean, he made a great play. Like, he was sitting right at the depth of my route, so I just got to try to, you know, get that ball out.
What was Coach Eberflus' message to you guys before you left today?
His was we got to have killer instinct. You know, we got to finish games off. That possession we had in the red zone, when it was 1st and 9 and went down to like 3rd and 20 something, like we can't have that. We got to find a way to, you know, to finish games.
Did you see Jair Alexander's comments about you after the game?
I didn't see it after the game. He had texted me apologizing before I'd seen what it was. So I seen it this morning because I was already doing stuff. So he had texted me apologizing, not knowing what he said, and I seen it today.
What was your reaction to it?
I mean, he had already apologized before, and then I was like, you know, it was probably heated a moment for him. I don't take anything personal, but yeah, it is what it is.
What did you think of him apologizing to you? That seems like it's maybe a rare thing for someone to do.
I know how he is as a person, you know. You know, he's a great player, you know. You know, a lot of DBs talk a lot, so, but, I mean, he apologized. It is what it is, you know. People talk shit.
Can you take us through the emotions of, you know, playing against your former teammates in such a heated rivalry?
The first game was it was weirder, because, you know, I was in the away locker room. This game was more, I'd already done it once, so it was the second time seeing him. It wasn't as weird, you know. It was just more of a game type.
Is the trash talk level higher for Packers games?
Personally, I don't talk much during the game. I didn't get no trash talk. It's just.
How about what you're hearing?
Huh?
How about what you're hearing?
I mean, what am I hearing?
Like trash talk to you.
Oh.
Talking about
Oh. I guess so. Yeah. A little bit. You know, it's a rivalry. It's one of the biggest ones in the NFL. So I think it is the biggest rivalry. So yeah, there's trash talk on both sides.
What's just the kind of the feeling in the locker room right now? Obviously, you guys are on this long, you know, losing streak, but there's still some positives in the offense that yesterday. So what's kind of the feeling, I guess?
I mean, we're trying to win every game, so, you know, it sucks to be losing games. That's the main goal as a player. You want to win. That's why we play this game. But, yeah, we just got to, you know, keep working hard and finish out a way to, you know, finish these games off and come out with a victory.
When Darnell Mooney got hurt, Justin was saying, you know, he didn't want to look at it as a challenge of replacing Darnell because, you know, you can't replace what Darnell does. But that it was an opportunity for him to create a better rapport with everybody else. Mm-hmm. Did you feel that opportunity, or, like, what did you make of that, you know, the opportunity to play without Darnell Mooney on the field?
I mean, you know, we miss him out there. But we also, you know, we have a lot of great receivers in the room. Everyone is at this level is a professional. And, you know, we've been training our whole lives to do our job. So it's just a matter of when the opportunity comes, you got to make the most of it. So, you know, whether it's me or any other receiver in the room, we got to, you know, come to play on Sundays.
What has the vibe been in the wide receivers room since he's been gone now for a little bit?
I mean, you know, we miss him. You know, he's a great person, great spirit to have in the room. I'm sure he'll be back soon once he recovers. But, yeah, we miss him definitely.
Do you have any goals for the last month of the season? You know, obviously you're going to take some time off here, reset, but last 4 games, anything in particular you want to show or do?
I mean, I just want to stack good games, you know. I feel like I got a pretty good game last game. I just want to stack them up for these last couple games.
Do you have a question?
How you doing? How are you?
David, what's the feeling as you guys, you know, 6 straight losses heading into the bye, and how do you guys refocus for these final 4 games?
I mean, it's the bye week. You got to take a couple days to like kind of refresh your mind, to kind of reevaluate yourself, and to see where you are, taking care of the body. But come back just with the mentality to keep the morale together and trying to go, well, really get on the 4-game winning streak so we can kind of close out strong.
When you're 3-10, what do those last 4 games of the season mean? What are they worth?
To me, it mean everything. I mean, because I love playing the game. I respect the game a lot. So, I mean, whether it's 3-10 or 10-3, wouldn't matter. I'm going to go out and play the same way.
You guys had a season high in yards yesterday, total yards. But what are you most encouraged about in the way the offense clicked yesterday?
Yeah. I can't really answer that question because we really just had to be better, honestly, as a whole. Offense, we got to finish some of those plays. We made too many mental errors, a lot of detail errors. So it's cool to have a season high, but we still not where we need to be. We need to be better.
From the outside looking in, it looked like you guys had a pretty good game, though. What are those errors that you're seeing that maybe others aren't?
We did not win. So, to me, we didn't have a good game.
What's your vantage point of a play like Justin made where he breaks a scramble and gets loose and just runs by the defense?
What you mean?
What's your reaction when you see him make a play like that?
He scored. Like, yeah, I'm happy, excited. It's natural. Would you be excited?
That's pretty cool.
All right, then, you got your answer.
Can you walk us through that play? Just like he sold the delayed handoff seemed like it really worked to kind of get them to bite on that.
Yeah, kind of pretty much the same answer. Like, it was a great play by Justin per usual, and he scored.
You get away during bye weeks? Do you get away from football?
Yeah, so I'm going to go home for 2 days. So my nephew just got diagnosed with leukemia last week. So I'm going to go home, and I'm going to hang out with him for as much as I can, kind of get away from the game a little bit, and pay attention to some of the finer things in my life, like my nephew himself. So it's gonna be a good week.
Sorry to hear that. How old is your nephew?
He's 7.
He's recently diagnosed, you said?
Yeah, he got diagnosed last week.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, trooper though, trooper.
David, what's his name?
Yazra. Y-A-H-R-Z. Y-A-H-Z-R-A. I'm sorry. Y-A-H-Z-R-A. Pain. Anybody else?
With the fourth quarter finishing touches that you guys need to get, what do you sense is the step that will get you guys over the hump to winning a game when you're right there on the doorstep?
Yeah, it's ultimately just going to finishing. We had the game. It was 19-10 at one point with us winning, and we made some critical mistakes, which can't happen. It's kind of been it's reoccurred the whole year along with everybody, and we all know we got to be better, and we all will be better. But it's just unfortunate that we weren't able to finish, and we paid for it.
We've heard that opponents are starting to crash the mesh point more on these read options. What are the things that you guys need to do, specifically you and Justin together, to kind of counter that adjustment of guys crashing the mesh point?
I can't tell you that. I'd be like I'm telling them that. So, yeah, I mean, I can't really answer that question.
How does that change things, though, when you notice that adjustment of guys crashing the mesh point? How's that change things for you?
Yeah, I can't really answer that. I don't really know much of, the answer to that question, but, we're just going to play the play out.